In this step, let's talk a little bit on regards of API. The instruction says the request animation frame web API takes in a callback and is used to update the animation on the screen. The animate function will be responsible for updating the player's position and continually drawing it on the canvas. Inside the animate function, call the request animation frame, and pass animate as the argument. So let's take a little bit of step back. What is an API? So API is called, or in full name is called Application Programming Interface, and it acts as an intermediary between the client and the server, meaning it acts as a middleman. So it helps, API helps communicate between client to the server or the server to the client. So perhaps let's have an example here. So let's say we went to a restaurant and we are the customer and we are to eat at that restaurant, so we uh, make our orders, and those orders will be given to our waiter. Waiter acts as our API, customer acts rather, pardon my French, as the client, kitchen acts as the server. So we then give our order to the waiter, correct? And then waiter will give it to the kitchen. And though they are the ones responsible for making our food. So the kitchen makes our orders, which is given to the waiter back. So waiter has now our orders, the made orders from the kitchen, and then waiter will give it back to us. So, oh, so we have our orders now. The key point is that, again, waiter or the API acted as an intermediary or a middleman between the customer and kitchen. But there are types of APIs such as web API, such as this one, and REST API, and as such. But if we go back to our code, it only gave or it only provided a service from to this function, which is used for the client. So there are perhaps two things that API can do, which acts as an intermediary rather, and it also provides services. So that is my take. I hope you get that right. And if you have more questions, feel free to comment down below, and I will do my best to enlighten you. Nice.